In spite of the best efforts of FBI Director William S. Sessions, with the shift to more mature storytelling, it's getting increasingly difficult to avoid drugs in video games. Well, unless you live in the magical kingdom of Australia where they don't exist. Fortunately, if you're a concerned parent worried that games are going to teach your beloved kiddywinks that drugs are great, you don't have much to worry about. Messing about with controlled substances in almost every game is pretty much the worst idea in the world. So consider this a public service announcement from outside Xbox. If the unwanted side effects, crippling addiction and dizzying hallucinations aren't enough to put you off drugs for life, perhaps the enforced nudity, horrific physical mutation and suicide bombing will.
Like a medieval version of crystal meth, Skooma is the most well-known drug in the Elder Scrolls series. It creates a feeling of euphoria followed by lethargy, a bit like having a burrito for lunch. Making Skooma involves blending two potentially poisonous ingredients, moon sugar and nightshade, and getting the blend wrong means you could end up with a lethal cocktail. Fortunately, for some reason, giant cat people have a natural tolerance to the drug, meaning you can get it from dodgy Khajiit dealers on the various highways of Skyrim. Skooma's got nothing on Feldew from Oblivion's Shivering Isles expansion pack though. Take some of that and you'll become instantly addicted with a high lasting 45 seconds and then withdrawal kicking in after a minute and a half. Your ability to carry items takes increasing hits the longer you go without the drug, meaning you're likely to find yourself sprinting through a giant insect hive in nothing but your underoos.
Initially, white powdery Spank from Grand Theft Auto 3 just seems like a thinly veiled allusion to cocaine. It's not until you complete the Uptown Yardies mission arc that you realise the dramatic effect it has on the human psyche. In the final mission, Kingdom Come, spanked up lunatics attack you in vans. They defy the stereotype of the self-absorbed drug user by strapping on suicide vests and sprinting towards you in endless numbers. We reckon that the game's antagonist, spank pusher Catalina, might have been sampling some of her own produce.
Do you want some fatso? You big stick of Yankee fish? I seen fucking units with more balls than you! What the fuck did you want?
Based on the same compound that turned Bane into a giant inflated monster, Batman Arkham Asylum's Titan Serum only needs to be ingested in tiny amounts to turn you into a giant lumbering monster. Still, the instant pro wrestler physique isn't without its drawbacks. Muscle mass, aggression and endurance all increase at the cost of ripped skin and protruding bones. Also, we're not sure how stupid these people were pre-transformation, but Batman can literally ride them around and cause them to punch their mates. Also, conveniently, when Joker takes it, he retains his intelligence owing to some nonsense about other chemicals in his bloodstream.
Showtime, Batman! Let's give the room something to talk about!
The post-apocalyptic Fallout series has always done a good line in addictive substances. Line? No. Take Jet for an example, which is a powerful methamphetamine administered via an inhaler. Sounds clean, almost refreshing, right? Well, before you huff a lungful, bear in mind that it's extracted from the fumes of Brahmin droppings. That's why the contents of the inhaler have a delightful brownish hue. Take too much and you'll develop an addiction that can, like real-life drugs, cause a permanent stat decrease. You've got enough problems with the radiation-poisoned water, giant scorpions and marauding bandits, don't add to it.
Come back when you actually have the money, you damn junkie.
We've never tried magic mushrooms, but based on classic PC shooter Rise of the Triads interpretation, they look horrible. Accidentally collect this power down and the camera whirls around in nauseating circles, enemies flash and sparks fly everywhere, making it nearly impossible to kill anyone, no matter how big or explosive your weapon. It's no surprise that hidden level the Vomitorium was just a room filled with Shrooms collectibles and bounce pads.
Far Cry 3's Dr. Alec Earnhardt, MD, has certainly been taking advantage of the rich flora on Rook Island, whipping up all manner of hallucinogens in his charming hilltop drug lab. Unfortunately, he's somewhat forgetful.
Everything is excellent, really. Oh, not the yellows, don't take them. They are liable to kill you.
At least we know his concoctions are all natural, and they can only be so dangerous if you can survive spelunking through a partially flooded cave system while high as a kite.
Honourable mentions go to Haze on PS3, which included a drug called Nectar, which had the principal side effect of making everyone really irritating. Pac-Man, who's consumed more pills than the entirety of Manchester in the 1990s. And Mario, because, seriously? So there you go, kids. Please don't try drugs. And if you still don't believe us, watch this candid PSA film where actress Rachel Lee Cook is so high on drugs, she thinks a frying pan's made of heroin.
And this is heroin.
It's heartbreaking, really. See you next time on Outside Xbox.